Hey everybody, so you may have noticed in the title, this is an Update-A-Sode. I just wanted to let everyone know that I am working on episode 41. I'm basically putting this out in the world so that things like, what was it? It might be Podcast FM or one of those weird ones. Sorry if that's the service that you guys like to use. But at least one of those services that I know of will they will boot your podcast off of their network if you don't produce an episode every so often. And I get it. I understand that. I'm not trying to throw shade on that at all. That being said, I use Podcast Addict for all of my shit, and I'm able to listen to shows that haven't produced an episode in like 11 years. Seriously. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to drop in right there. But yeah, so also I just want to kind of keep everybody abreast of what's going on. Everything's fine with me and Matthew. We're doing good. This episode is taking me a lot longer though, because one of the reasons is I have got to make certain that I have enough money for our healthcare plan coming up. You know, he's still on my healthcare plan. He's, as many of you may know or may not know, he is in the under 26 bracket. So he's on the healthcare plan with me and his mom, my wife. Well, our healthcare coverage, and I realize people are getting a lot harder hit than we are, but our healthcare plan is through the state of Minnesota, and it's actually quite good. But it's going from $100 a month, which is very affordable, to $500 a month. That's an insane climb. But I realized after researching a lot of this, I've come to the realization, obviously, early on, that a lot of people were and are in a far worse situation than we are in. So I will gladly pay that $500 a month without complaint. However, in the lead up to that, I have had to take on more work than I have really wanted. That has dragged down my time because, let me tell you, going to work all day and coming home like around 9 or 10 p.m., I'm in no mood to fuck with Candace Owens' bullshit. No mood whatsoever. I just want to sit down, play something stupid like Power Wash Simulator for like 30 minutes and just, let my brain relax and then rejoin reality at a later point in my evening. I can't engage with her crap unless I've got like a couple of hours to really like focus in on it. If I get started on her shit at like 10 o'clock at night, I'm not going to bed until like close to midnight, and I'm going to be angry. And I have tried that, and it's not fun. And I'm not going to fucking do it. Particularly because, this is a free show for y'all. And that's entirely on my head, because I keep getting requests from folks, which I appreciate. I really do. I keep getting requests from folks to open up the Patreon, to unfreeze it, etc. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that until I feel the coast is clear. Please forgive the background noise. I am driving right now. I'm not hands-free, of course. But yeah, I'm not going to do that until I feel the coast is clear. And right now, that coast is not clear. Turn on your fucking lights, you moron. Fucking Wisconsin. Anyway. So I'm not gonna do that. No. I want us to, our safety, my family's safety is my primary concern all the time, no matter what, every day. So, there's a lot of things in the world that I can't control, but what I can control, I do. And right now that involves not putting us out there like that. So, yeah, again, I appreciate the requests, but it's just not going to happen. That said, I would also feel really terrible if I couldn't devote the time to doing the show because of work. So in this way, in this regard, if I'm not taking your money and I'm not able to work on the show, that's a stress that I don't have. Now, would I like, a decent amount of money on Patreon? Would I like, $500 plus every month to offset my fucking healthcare? Of course, but my family's safety comes in front of all of that. So, again, as always, I appreciate the requests. When I feel safe about it, we will do it. We will announce it. But right now, that Patreon stays frozen. So yeah, there's that little update. In other news, and I'll bring this up to Matthew because I try to avoid talking about any of this shit when he's in earshot at the house. Fortunately, he wears headphones when he's gaming with his friends in his room. So, I can talk with his mom at a decent level about shit that's going on or that I'm looking into with the show or whatever the fuck. And, so I have not mentioned it to him yet, but yeah, there's been some developments in the Macron v. Owens case. For those of you all that might need a little refresher, the first couple of France is suing Candace Owens and her husband in the courts in Delaware. Now, some of you may be, wondering, why Delaware? Well, that's because that's where their company, George Tom Inc., stupid name, their company, their production company is based in Delaware. So that's why. So, yeah, it's that simple. And they based it in Delaware, likely for, rich guy tax reasons. That's basically all that I could pull up. Rich guy tax reasons, and the state of Delaware is apparently very kind to business litigation practices. So, whatever the fuck. But, yeah, they've been trying to get the case pulled to Tennessee. Well, they want to get it dismissed in Delaware. And they want, and they've said that the Macrons should have sued them in either Tennessee, where they live, their primary residence anyway, or in France. Now, the Macrons have said bullshit to this, and they responded to Owens's 45-page dismissal with a 240-plus page added book of receipts, I'll call it, of all of the times that Candace has doubled down on stupid with her claims about Brigitte Macron being a trans woman. So, yeah, that is probably going to go up to the Delaware State Supreme Court, whatever they call it there. Not every state calls their Supreme Court the same thing. The process, of course, doesn't work the same in all the states, but I'm keeping a loose eye on this thing. Just because, I'm really looking more forward to covering it down the road, maybe in the next couple of years, because we are definitely going to be working through Candace's backlog, and I will keep to my promise that if her new Shot in the Dark episodes become available in a non Club Candace site, if I can get them, if I can pull them down and work with them, then I will. But I'm not going to pay for a Club Candace membership. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to pay for a Club Candace membership just to like troll on her. That's not gonna happen. Oh goodness, it is traffic city out here. I'm on on what they call a service road here, and I'm just like steady passing by cars. God damn. Wonder what happened. I'm driving over to one of my favorite EV fast charging spots. So I love knowing all the back roads. I swear I do. Anyway, everybody, if y'all want to stay in touch, of course you can get with me on the socials. We are at Gish Gallop Girl on pretty much everything. Yeah, on Twitter. Fuck you, Elon. On Mastodon, of course. On Blue Sky. And on YouTube. I'm also on fucking Instagram. I had only pulled up an account on there really just to follow Candace's shit, kind of like what I do on Twitter. I don't really fuck with the gram that much. So if you guys send me a note or anything, I'm probably never gonna see it. I do fuck with my email quite a bit, and I'm on Blue Sky more often than I thought I would be. But yeah, pretty much if you want to get a hold of me, Blue Sky is your best bet. After that, it's email. After that, it's Mastodon. And Twitter, I'm on Twitter maybe every couple of days. I really don't fucks with Twitter that much. I don't see much point in it. It's basically just 10 minutes of rage for me. You know? Old George Orwell thing, for those of y'all that know what I'm talking about. That's it, everybody. I'm going to cut this because I'm about to plug in my car. And I don't want to be a jackass that just sits in front of a fast charge and doesn't actually plug the fuck in. All right, that's it. Thanks. We look forward to putting up an episode, hopefully, in a week. All right, bye.